and no doubt he wants to make up amends. And of course, Christina Orr, we know she can pedal anything, Christina, so she also wants to go and finish the weekend on a high.
So the question is, can number 2, after getting off to a great start, Ryan Bailey's had speed in the white ute, number 39. He's right alongside Rowan Shepherd, so can Shepherd see what he can do to get back to where he was before he sort of made that mistake and then got shunted right here in the last lap going out of the high. He didn't get shunted, he just basically went wide himself.
Yeah, it looks like he went in and maybe missed the gear because the whole back of the ute was shuttering around, which normally means that you've gone in compression off the rear end of the ute. Got yourself a little bit lost in the transition there. So a bit of work to do. He's made his way past Ryan Bailey, so his next person is going to be Peter. Of course, he had an early victory. He's
talking about locking up the tyres.
It's only going down the inside of Ryan Bailey, all locked up, so nowhere to go. So it's just as well he had a good presence of mind that she was there. Otherwise, that would have been contact.
Peter Bennett, very, very impressive this weekend. Out in front, number 28. Big field, they sweep around the sweeper this time. 2 laps gone, getting a bit of heat in those tyres now. 130 is all of them around about the 130 mark. Certainly in the top 5. So you can see the drafting as they come along the main straight again. Bennett, Connor, Orr, Videnovic, Shepherd, Whitley, Riley, Bailey I should say, Paul Booth. He had a bit of speed, the man coming up from Dunedin earlier today, so he's been giving himself every chance. Brooke, Callum Hedge.
And of course all 4 races so far this weekend have been held in different conditions, haven't they? We had a very early race yesterday and then it got really stinking hot in the afternoon, and of course this morning's race was nice and cool, and right now there's a bit of cloud cover, so from the team's perspective in terms of trying to set suspension settings or tyre pressures, it's a bit of a nightmare. So sometimes you just got to back yourself and hope that the track comes to you during the 6-lap race as opposed to trying to engineer the ute to the track. What
about the actual the tyres? Can you save some tyres for the last race of the day? Or?
No, essentially not, because there's a bit of it, just to remind him that he's there, isn't he? He's getting a little bit aggressive trying to unsettle him, but
it's a light Liberace, isn't it?
It is, yeah. Is there such a thing as a light one?
Hello, I'm here.
Yeah. Well, a bit of body work flying off one of the utes, but it won't mean anything. It's just wrapped around and gone off the side of the track.
So the tyres for the last race, can you save some
No,
greenies?
Sorry, Brandy, no, good point. No, so the tyres, essentially everybody runs the same tyre for the whole weekend. So you have a set of treaded tyres for dry conditions, and what they do is the more worn out the tyre is, the faster the tyre becomes. So towards the end of the season, that's probably why we're seeing these utes are actually a second quicker this weekend than they were 12 months ago. Everybody's understanding the utes, but the tyres are now worn, and they're worn to a point where they start becoming very fast. Geez, Daniel Connor, he's letting them know he's there, isn't he? Every occasion he's just given them that tap, tap, tap. He doesn't want to unsettle them, because if he does, he's going to come under the attention of himself, actually.
He may get the old, you've been watching Woody Woodpecker.
Christina Orr, she's just waiting, isn't she? She's just waiting for the opportunity. You can sense something's happening with these 2 guys at the front getting impatient. Got young Peter eventually here, mate. He's doing such a good job. Keep on, this is his rookie season here, and he's won a race earlier in the weekend. He won the race from starting from the front. Now he's in a steam company, so he's actually doing all the hard work. Oh, man, those guys at the front, they are making contact, and it's starting to become very heavy contact. A couple of laps ago, it was just a rub and a bit of a tap. Now it's getting aggressive.
They're 2 by 2, and look who's lurking in the back there. Rowan Shepherd, who made that one mistake, and he's saying, come on guys, now it's your chance to make the crack under pressure so I can sort of recover. So look at him, just lurking around the orange ute. So you got Connor Bennett. Oh, just a bit of a wobble there as he goes in. So Connor's worked his way up. Now he's been muscled out 3 wide. And look at Rowan Shepherd, exactly what we talked about. He's got in on the back of Christina Orr West, and suddenly he's going to go up into 3rd, and Peter Bennett's going to go back.
At some stage, they have to get 3 of them across the blend line, which is right there. They've managed to do it successfully. What's going to happen to turn 1 here?
So Rowan Shepherd, he's just been sneaking up, lurking, and now he's going to weasel his way down into turn 1, and he's got the right line, and he's made it stick, and Peter Videnovic and Peter Bennett, just in recovery mode.
Man, that is just fantastic, hard, aggressive racing, isn't it?
Yeah, they gave each other enough room
Peter,
without driving off the track.
He was the meat and the sandwich between the 2 championship contenders. young fella, he didn't do anything wrong. He just held his ground, held his nerve, and waited for it to come out the other end.
Got a bit of contact there.
Yeah, lost a couple of positions, but his racecraft is just growing from strength to strength every lap he does.
Alexandra Whitley moving up as well. So this is where you got to just keep positioning yourself. And look what Shepard's doing, putting himself back into contention now. In fact, he's got in front of Peter Bennett, the guy that was leading the race. And of course, he got a 40-point lead on him in the championship. And suddenly he got right back to 5th. But now with keeping his composure, he's worked his way back up into 3rd. And he's in front of his main contender now. So that's going to maintain his lead in the championship.
What he's got to do there now is probably stay there. He'll just want to keep, you know, making a few more places up. But of course, Christina and Daniel, these guys have their own battle going. And it's going to make it that much harder for Rowan because they're both aggressive, hard-charging drivers.
Christina Raw West is basically 6th in the championship, and Daniel Connor hasn't done all the rounds this year. He's basically 8th, so they're not quite in chase championship contention at the moment, but certainly still collecting good points.
Yeah, look, there's a good battle going on in the background.
And the checkered flag for Daniel Connor and Christina Raw West, and Rowan Shepherd in 3rd. So good performance by Connor and Christina Raw West, as we said, collecting points in the championship, getting back in that championship chase.